Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network. We're live for Game 2 of the series between Montreal and the Washington Capitals. Thank you so much for tuning in. Puck has just dropped, by the way. You haven't missed a thing. Let's get stats so all you lovely people can know what's going on. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, smash the like button as well. Tell your friends and family that we're doing a live stream today for the Stanley Cup playoffs, Washington, Montreal. Maybe they're Washington fans. Maybe they're just hockey fans. Maybe they're not fans at all. Still let them know. It's supposed to be very interactive, get as much people together watching at the same time. So please tell people about the channel and the stream today. Thank you to the sponsors as well, Game Time and DraftKings. Use that promo code THPN for both. Follow us on our socials at hockeypodnet. Is the Insta and Twitter. Check me out on Twitter if you want. @Granakeem is my handle. Cole Caulfield just missed, barely. But that is my Twitter. Check me out if you want. But yeah, we'll get to lineups here as well. Get your predictions. Let me know who you think is going to win. To remind you, Washington did win Game 1. It took overtime. And of course, Alex Ovechkin was the one who scored it. So Washington does lead 1-0 in the series. It's not it kind of is do or die, but not really for Montreal. As the road team in the series, your goal is to win either Game 1 or Game 2. Take one of the road games because then you basically have home ice in the series. But I always say you're never in trouble as the road team. Until you lose your home games. As long as you win your home games as the road team in a series, you're fine. But obviously, you'd have to win like a Game 7, for example. But not necessarily do or die for Montreal, but it'd be nice if they got a win, for sure. And I'm hoping Montreal wins today. I definitely hoping they win the series. But I think in my official bracket, I picked Washington to win, if I remember right. And I can pull up my bracket, too. Because I made some bold picks. I picked St. Louis to go all the way because I was getting 2019 vibes again. But they're down 2-0 to Winnipeg because I thought the President's Trophy curse is real again and it's going to strike on Winnipeg. But so far, they're perfect. But we'll see. It may not happen this round, but it could happen in the next round. But yeah, if I had to predict, I'm going to go Montreal win. It'll be low scoring. I'll go 2-1 Montreal. That's kind of what I'm feeling tonight. 2-1 Montreal. Can the Habs tie it up? Yes, there we go. Jared says, hello, Capitals win 3-1. Or is it the Capitals win? Do they win by 31? That would be insane, Jared. 31-0 Capitals. That'd be like a goal every 5 minutes or something if you did the math. Could we do the math on that? 60 minutes in a game. And if you want to get 30 goals, that'd be a goal every 2 minutes, right? Basic math. A goal every 2 minutes for Washington. 3-1 you meant. I got you. Jared says the Canadiens and Oilers game was insane. I watched the tail end of it. I was watching the Dallas game because that game went to overtime as well. Well, I think the Kings game didn't go to overtime, but the Dallas game wasn't overtime. And when Dallas scored to win it, I popped on to the Kings game, and that's when they scored, with 2 minutes left or something to win the game. But that was insane. Like Connor McDavid just turns into something else in the playoffs. It's absolutely unreal. But yeah, excited to watch that again. That game is game 2 is tonight, I believe, of that series. Canes and Oilers. Very exciting. We'll see if they bring out the harmonica group again. That was fun. I've never seen a national anthem with a harmonica performance. So hopefully we get that again tonight in LA. That'd be amazing. Look out, here comes Montreal. Shot, good save by Thompson. Jared says, and my Panthers crushed the Lightning yesterday. They did. That's you. Honestly, I'm not surprised because Tampa Bay, I mean, you have to look at this historically, but I feel like they almost always lose game 1 of a series. I feel like they lose game 1 more often than not. Speaking from an Islanders perspective, we always beat them in game 1s, I feel like. And then they just turn it on in games 2 onward. So expect Tampa to do the same and turn it on for game 2. I'm expecting them to get a big win. Oh, Chikrin hit the post. End-to-end action in this one. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's loose. Good defense by Cole Caulfield. Montembeault, I think he lost his stick. And Montreal's going to clear it. 15:25 to go. Crowd's electric in DC. But yeah, as an Islanders fan, I can't root for Washington. I just can't do it. I've always had a rivalry hatred with Washington. I can't root for them. Donnell says, what is up, sir? What is up, Donnell? Thank you for tuning in. See you wearing the Adidas Canadiens home jerseys at a blank? Yes, blank. It was like $60 off NHL.com, so I was like, I'll snag it. Donnell, speaking of jerseys, I ordered from the Canucks team store. They have the Fanatics Authentic Pro jerseys that they sell. But with the exchange rate from Canadian dollars to American dollars, the $500 made in Canada jersey was only like $360 American. So I thought I'd splurge myself, and I pulled the trigger, and it did come in the mail today. I can show you. It's just a home Canucks one. But yeah, because I don't have one of these. I don't have a home Canucks one. So very nice. It's just a blank. But yeah, it's crazy. It's my first like jersey that's like authentic, like what the players wear. But I love it. It's super nice quality. It fits perfectly. It feels nice when you wear it. And it's gonna last forever too. Like it's made to last. So yeah, I splurged. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for the currency exchange rate. That is so nice from an American perspective, that a $500 jersey is only $360 something American. That is so nice. But yeah, happy to get it. Canucks are my second favorite team, if you don't know. I love the Canucks. Sad. So much has happened, honestly, between the Canucks and then the Islanders in terms of like off-season things. And we could talk more about that, I guess, if you're interested. But like the Canucks, there's this drama around like Quinn Hughes, and is Quinn going to stay? Is he going to go to New Jersey? Brock Besser's likely going to leave. Is Thatcher Demko going to leave? Is Pettersson, are they going to keep Pettersson? Like at that point, you're talking full rebuilds in Vancouver if you get rid of Besser, Quinn Hughes, Demko, Pettersson. I mean, you're talking like starting from scratch, basically. Oh, man. And then with the Islanders, they fired Lou Lamoriello. He's no longer going to be the GM, which is amazing. I love that move for the Islanders. We're in a TV timeout, by the way. love that move for the Islanders. I hope it means that they're finally going to go in the right direction, make changes, and essentially value the future, because Lou did not value the future of the franchise at all. So hopefully that's what happens with the Islanders, but I digress on that. Dunnos is pissed how the Devils lost last night to the Hurricanes. They cannot score goals. They only scored 2 goals in 2 games and injured, which sucks. Yes, Carolina is just so good, especially when it comes to the playoffs. They just play a type of style that just suffocates you offensively, where you can't do anything. And they're so deep too as a team. Like their third line, fourth line are unreal. Their weakness is goaltending. That's about it. Other than that, they're just a deep team. So yeah, the Islanders played them the past 2 years, and it's frustrating to watch because they just can't do anything. And the Devils, with their injuries, they're kind of like in the Islanders' boat. They don't really have a lot of offense going on. So that's a tough watch. But I think they did better in game 2 than game 1. They got more shots at net, at least, than game 1. Thanos is great news. The Islanders fired Lou Lamoriello. Needed to happen straight up. Yes, I'm so stoked about that. So stoked about it. Like I said, I hope change is going to happen now with the Islanders. I just had this thoughts earlier today. I was like, it'd be hilarious if the Scott Malkin and Ledecky, they got rid of Lou Lamoriello and then put his son in charge, Chris Lamoriello, as the new GM. That would be that'd be ridiculous. Talk about nepotism. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm assuming because Chris Lamoriello, he's in charge of the Bridgeport team, the minor league team. I'm assuming he's going to get fired too, because Bridgeport was like one of the worst teams in the minor leagues. They only had 4 wins on home ice all year. Like historically bad season for Bridgeport, and they've been historically bad for ever since Lou got here. We have nothing. The Islanders have nothing in the pipeline in terms of players in Bridgeport. There's nothing coming up. We just signed veterans, extend them for long-term deals. So yeah, I'm very grateful that they did that. But I will say Lou Lamoriello did his job. He brought respectability to the Islanders, brought in Barry Trotz, led us to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. But after the second time we lost to Tampa, after that second time, that's when we should have started a rebuild. Because we tried it twice, it didn't work. Let's do a rebuild. And ownership just kept Lou in charge for too long. So kind of got to blame ownership as well. They let him at the reins for way too long. He should have been gone after 21. But we kept him, and he ran this organization to the ground a little bit. God, some of the contracts he made, like the Pierre Engvall deal, the Islanders signed Pierre Engvall. I guess Lou Lamoriello did this. Pierre Engvall to a 7-year contract. Like Pierre freaking Engvall, 7-year contract. I think Scott Mayfield got a 7-year contract. And Pierre Engvall, he's not good enough to make it on Toronto. This is like a 4th-line player. 7-year contract. Scott Mayfield, a 3rd-pairing defenseman, 7-year contract. Just shocking. I think we have a whistle here. Anderson and Tom Wilson were going at it. Anderson dumped Tom Wilson. And with 11:46 to go, I think we might have a Washington power play? Question mark. Anderson's not happy. Anderson says it's bullshit. Yeah, that's a clean hit. I have nothing wrong with that. What happens after? Oh, that's a dive by Wilson. What a dive by Wilson. What's that? Wow. They gave Anderson 2 minutes for boarding and then 2 minutes for cross-checking. And then they gave Tom Wilson 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. So Washington is going to get a power play out of this. I think that's complete nonsense. That's total nonsense. How is that boarding? I didn't think that was boarding at all. I'm fine with giving them coincidental roughing penalties, but that's not a boarding. What is going on with the refs? I don't know what's going on. Maybe because the last game we did was on Sunday, and that was the Ottawa-Toronto game, and Ottawa just got so many calls against them that were so soft. I wonder if it's the same refereeing crew. I mean, seriously, that is ridiculous. Well, anywho, it's a power play for Washington. They're dead lethal on it. Look out for Ovechkin. But we'll see what happens here. I think they're going to score. Good face-off wood, and they dump it down. I tell you what, I've been gaming a lot recently. I've been playing like NHL, like gaming on that at night. I just do like an Islanders season mode just for fun to get my Islanders fix because they're obviously not playing in real life. I have NHL 24. I just cannot win face-offs in that game. Like anytime I take a penalty, I can never win a face-off against the computer. Never, ever, ever can. It cheats. The game cheats, I tell you. Donnell says, congrats on getting the Fanatics Authentic Pro Canucks jersey. How is it in person? And I know that the Authentic Pro is more heavier than Fanatics Premium. Can I ask what size? Yeah, so I got a size 50 because it's the same size as a 52 Premium jersey. So yeah, that's basically it for sizing. I would just go a size smaller. But honestly, in terms of like length on the jersey, I probably could have fit in a 52 and it wouldn't have looked that bad. But I went with 50. But it's definitely like wider everywhere. Like the shoulders are super wide. The arms are super wide. Like everywhere, it just feels like it looks more bulky, obviously, because it's like meant to have gear underneath it. But it's super high quality. Like I wonder if I can zoom in for you. For Donnell, I don't know. You can kind of see the difference in the stitching. Oh, jersey talk with Grant. It's super like thick too. It's a lot heavier. And I guess the logo for stitching too. You can kind of see that. Crest-wise, it's not that much different, but it's definitely like stitched into the jersey a lot better than the replica one, but that's about it. Super comfortable to wear too. Like I really like it. Like I think it's more comfortable than the premium ones or the replica ones. Oh boy, Nick Dowd, sit down. Courtesy of Struble, literally sat him down. Alexiev, wide Montembeau. We never did lineups. Next TV timeout, we'll do lineups for everyone. I totally forgot again. What's new? Jared says, and I'm watching you from Providence Bruins Arena, AHL hockey playoffs, baby, and got myself a Fraser Minton Providence Bruins jersey. Well, that's amazing, Jared. Love that you're watching us on the road. That's incredible. That's a true fan right there. Everyone give a round of applause for Jared. That is a true diehard fan of the channel. Watching us on the road at a playoff game for the minor leagues. Love it. Also, shout out to all the AHL teams who made it to the postseason. I think it starts today, right, Jared? Shout out Abbotsford Canucks. Hopefully they go all the way. Go Abbotsford. Oh! Beauvillier almost cashed in. Took a weird bounce off the end boards and popped right to Beau there. Shout out Anthony Beauvillier. I love Beauvillier on the Islanders. He was awesome for us. Sad that he's gone. Really good player, Beauvillier. He's a good supplemental player. Always works hard. Shows up in big games. Loved him. I absolutely loved him. I'm genuinely sad that he's gone. Jared says Bridgeport Islanders was last in all of the AHL. Yes, they were. It was so bad. Here's Mangiapane, shot wide. Caulfield's going to get it out. But hopefully the Bridgeport team can get better because we got to start drafting. Basically, Lute has traded all of our draft picks for veterans. So hopefully now we can actually draft guys and have them develop in the minors and have a pipeline because we don't have a pipeline for the Islanders. Donnell says you got to respect Lou, though, for the Islanders franchise. He got them to the Final Four. And like you said, head coach Barry Trotz, best coach in their history. Yes. Lou Lamoriello, it's like expired milk. Everybody loves milk. But once it reaches the expiration date and it's like months after, it's terrible. And that was Lou Lamoriello. He came in at a time where the Islanders were like a joke in the league. Tavares left the team. We were the worst team defensively in the NHL. Just no one respected us at all. And brought back Matt Martin, reunited the fourth line, our identity line. Brought in like Eberle. Brought in Robin Lehner, who was insane for us that one year. Obviously, Barry Trotz with our defensive first system. In one season, basically turned them into one of the hardest teams to play against, basically. It was unbelievable. So, yeah, he's expired milk, basically. He was good for 4 years, and then we needed to move on from Lou. Because he just doesn't think about the future. The guy's 83. He doesn't think about the future. He just thinks about the right now. Donnell says, actually, 3 games tonight. Canadiens, Cap, Stars, Avs, Oilers, and Kings. Yes, the Stars Avalanche series is very intriguing one to me. Because you have Dallas as the 2 seed, Colorado's the 3 seed, but I'd say Colorado's probably the favorites to win it. And what a big win that was for Dallas the other night. That's massive. If they would have lost 2 home games in a row, they'd be in big trouble. But that was a huge win in overtime against Colorado. Huge win. And I'm expecting a big game out of Edmonton tonight as well. Mr. Dorr. I'm actually, before we do this, Dorr, or Duke, musical Duke of Rattown, lineups. 5:42 to go in the first, and we're doing lineups. We'll do it quickly. So, Caulfield, Suzuki, Slepkowski, Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher, Laine, Newhook, Armia, Heineman, Evans, Demidov, Matheson, Carrier on defense, Gooley, Hudson, Struble, and Savard, and then Montembeault and net. And then we have Beauvillier, Strome, Ovechkin for the Caps, Wilson, Dubois, McMichael, Leonard, Eller, Mangiapane, Radish, Dowd, Duhaime, Carlson, Chikrin on defense, Hua, Sandin, Van Riemsdyk, Alexiev, and then Logan Thompson in net for Washington. No Charlie Lindgren. I was hoping to see Charlie Lindgren, but they're going with Logan Thompson. Duke, great to see you again. Great to see you again as well. He's a neutral, but predicts the Habs are going to win. Me as well. I think they are going to win. It's been pretty even. I think I'd give the slight edge to Washington. But both teams have had pretty good looks. Washington did hit the post. I think it was Chicken who hit the post earlier. But other than that, pretty even. Here's Ovechkin. I think Montembeault made the save. It's stuck in his equipment. 5:01 to go in the first. Donald says the Fanatics breakaway replica jerseys just suck. They're pure trash and they are cheap looking. I agree. Even though I do have some because I got them for like dirt cheap, but they are trash if you buy it at full price. I think they're fine if they're retailed at like $50, but they're retailed at like $175 for those jerseys, and it's like, what a waste of money that is. Because I mean, honestly, if you're gonna spend over $200 on a jersey, you might as well just get an authentic one, whether that's the premium version or authentic pro. I would just go for that. It's gonna last you way longer than the replica. Oh, new hook, backdoor, missed. Just whiffed on it. That was a great pass by Joel Armia, and new hook just couldn't bury it. Couldn't cash in. Jarrett says, yes, Providence Bruins played the Springfield Falcons. They're losing 1-0. Is Providence, are they favorited to win, Jared? I don't know. I don't know the standings. I just know Abbotsford, because I like the Canucks. They're in it, and they're playing Tucson. I think they play tonight. Other than that, I don't know who else is in it. I suppose I could look it up. Also, I got to send the tweet out. Post the tweet. There we go. Let's look it up. The Calgary Club playoff bracket. So you have Providence and Springfield. Oh, it's 3-game series for the first round, apparently. Providence, Springfield, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton. Shout out to The Office. The Lehigh Valley Phantoms. So that's a bit of a rivalry because I think that's Pittsburgh and Philadelphia's minor league teams. That's fun. The Marlies against the Cleveland Monsters. Chicago Wolves. Shout out Chicago Wolves. I've always wanted to go to see them play, but they're kind of outside Chicago quite a bit, so bit of a hike. Chicago Wolves, Rockford Ice Hogs, Abbotsford Canucks, Tucson Roadrunners, Ontario Reign, San Jose Barracuda, and then Coachella Valley Firebirds. That's an amazing name. And then the Calgary Wranglers. Oh, what else do you have? The Texas Stars, Grand Rapids Griffins, Rochester Americans, Syracuse Crunch. These are the best of 5 series. So those are the semifinals. I see how this works. So you have the first round, semifinals, your conference final or division final. Yeah, so division semis, division finals, conference final, and then the final. I gotcha. But yeah, I'll definitely watch it this year. I've never watched the playoffs for the minors. Sweet. The Fanatics breakaway replica jersey just suck. They're pure trash and cheap looking. Don't ever buy them. But I mean, if you can get one on eBay for like $30, why not? 'Cause like I got an Ottawa one for like $30, and I'm like, why not? Easy. And you can easily resell it though for like $60 too. Like someone will buy it for $60. And Jared says, and the Boston College goalie is playing for the Canadiens minor league team. Cam Fowler. Not Cam Fowler. I do this every time. I say Cam Fowler. Well, that's the defenseman for St. Louis. Jacob Fowler. Jacob Fowler. He's really good. I wonder... Yeah, because there's the World Hockey Championships upcoming in May. And so, like, I'm curious who's going to be in net for the United States. Because I was like, Jacob Fowler would be cool, but if he's busy with the minor league team, then he wouldn't play. I thought, like, oh, Thatcher Demko can play because the Canucks are not in the playoffs, but he's hurt. There's Trey Augustine, who is in college still, but he's pretty young. There's Alex Lyon. He was on the team last year. I don't think he's hurt. He's pretty solid. Like Nedeljkovic, I could see him playing. Donald, the Devils is getting that same treatment that the Islanders got 2 years. They faced them in 24 and 23, but the Rangers beat the Hurricanes twice in 22 and 24. Oh! Good save by Montembeault on Mangiapane there. Shot kind of just below the top of the circle there. 2:10 to go in the period. Low shots, 8-4 for Washington. But yeah, I keep making comparisons, Donnell, to the Islanders series and then the this Devils series. It's going to play out the exact same. The Devils will probably take game 4 and then lose game 5 is my guess. And then they lose the series. Jared says, yes, we're the 3 seed and Springfield Falcons are the 6 seed. There you go. Who is like... Because I'm assuming Boston actually has guys in the minors. Like, who is like kind of the stars of the Boston team or the Providence team? I can't think of any off the top of my head that play for Providence. Let me take a look and see if I know anyone. Jackson Nelson. I like Jackson Nelson. He was on the Gophers. Tyler Pitlick. There you go. I know him. John Farinacci. He's good. Riley Tufte. That's crazy. It's basically full of Minnesota guys. What's going on? Riley Tufte. Vinny Lettieri. Oh my gosh. From Excelsior. Michael DiPietro's in net. Love it. I love Providence's team. That's awesome. Lettieri, Riley Tufte, John Farinacci, Tyler Pitlick, Jackson Nelson. Love that. Ooh, Montreal with a chance. And Washington's going to escape for now. 25 seconds. Here's lining with it with 10. They send it down. And that's going to do it for the first. It ends like it started, 0-0. Shots 10-4 for Washington. Give credit to Montreal. That was a solid period by them. Montembeault played great. A post for Washington is the closest they got. That was Jacob Chicken with that shot. 0-0. Gotta love it. I told you, it's going to be a tight one today. It's going to be a tight game. The playoffs have kind of played out. That's a pun. The playoffs played out. There's been lots of goals in the playoffs, but I think this game's going to be low scoring. Any other stats to talk about? I sounded Canadian there. 14-6 are the hits. Giveaways, takeaways. There you go. If you want to look at it at home, here you go. Very nice, very nice. It's the second leg, according to Flash Score. The second leg. It's like it's soccer. Kevin, Habs are only good if they jump out with a couple of goals to lead a game. Then they play keep away. Yeah, I think Montreal, because I've done a couple or several watch-alongs for Montreal this season. They're very much a momentum team. And what I mean by that is that once they get rolling, like they score a goal, maybe they get a power play or something, then they start to roll. But then there's periods of time where they get outplayed like crazy and look like, I don't know, the Buffalo Sabres are a really bad team. So it's the lack of consistency for Montreal, something that I've noticed since watching them this season. I haven't watched every game for Montreal, but just a handful. That's what I've noticed. They're not like consistently like a good team. Like they don't play like a full 60-minute game usually. It's usually like they have like a really good period and a half and that wins them the game, basically. But they're looking good tonight. Looking good. Looking good. Montembeault's going to have to play really well tonight if they're going to win. Jared says probably Cam Fowler. I did it again. Jacob Fowler. God damn it. Jacob Fowler. That's going to haunt me forever. I'm always going to say Cam Fowler. I'm always going to say that. Larko Lohai. Oh, you're talking about the Montreal's team. Donnell says Cal Clutterbuck announced retirement today. I did see that. Want to know else that's something crazy for the Islanders? Something else that's crazy. So I can probably show this to you guys. Let's get to some other comments and I can show you guys. Kevin says, unfortunate Bruins fan here, but if they trade Pasta like I heard, I will walk away from the sport. But, I mean, think of this, Kevin. You're going to get so much in return for Pastrnak. I mean, just think of all the players, the prospects you'd get, draft picks. Like, I would do that deal. Like, if I had Pastrnak, like, and I was going to rebuild my team, I'd be like, give me, like, some draft picks. Give me, like, your top prospect. I mean, you can get a lot for Pastrnak. For sure. So I don't think it's that bad. But I get it, though. He's meant a lot to the franchise, for sure. But times are a-changing. Just ask the Islanders. Times are a-changing. We have some nice players in Providence. Yes, you do. I was looking at the roster. You got lots of good guys. I know a lot of them, too. Tyler Pitlick. Fun fact with Tyler Pitlick, and I guess with all the Pitlicks, I played youth hockey with one of the younger brothers of Tyler, and his dad is Lance, and they all lived. I think he still lives like 10 minutes from my house in Minnesota. And I'd go over to his house all the time, and he has like a huge setup in his basement of just like a place where you can shoot pucks and stick handle and whatnot. So I'd go over to his house like a couple times a week with his brothers. They were already in the house, obviously. But we would just shoot pucks and screw around, basically. So that was fun. So yeah, I know all the Pitlicks. So that's cool that he's on Providence. He's older though. Tyler, he was a 91, so he's like pretty old. He was a lot older than me. He's like 9 years older than me. So are you a Providence Bruins fans now? No, I'd say I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my team. So Bridgeport Islanders, Abbotsford Canucks. I'll chuck in Providence because why not, as my third favorite, because that is cool that they have a lot of guys that I know. I live in Syracuse, so I root for the home team. There you go. Syracuse Crunch. Shout out Syracuse Crunch. But yeah, let me show you this tweet by Chris Botta, because this is kind of crazy. I've never seen this happen before. It's Islanders specific, but this is kind of crazy, and you'll see why. Let me see if I can zoom in on this tweet. It's kind of a long tweet. Can we see this? Okay. I'm going to read this verbatim. This is kind of crazy. So, confirming Arthur's report that the Islanders are evaluating no longer having specific radio broadcasters, and that Chris Kin and Greg Picker have been let go. They were the current radio broadcast team. The day after they announced a new era, the Islanders came off today as minor league. It is gross, unforced organizational error. This should not stand. Doing this to two incredibly dedicated love people is disgusting and mindless. For decades, I've known them. No one has given more of himself and dedication and service to the Islanders community as Chris King. Yada, yada, yada. There can be no way this billion-dollar brand did this to save money. The Islanders operation is tiny. The radio operation, if they did this to save money, it's not smart. It should be elevated with Chris and Greg intact. Yeah, just shocking stuff. Really, really shocking. I can't believe that. So basically, they canned the radio team for the Islanders on top of Lou Lamoriello, which I don't understand. Like, what's the correlation there? What's the correlation between the radio broadcast team and the general manager? So now the Islanders don't have a radio broadcast, which is really unfortunate because the Islanders, the radio broadcast, it was from Hofstra University. So a lot of college students who are going into journalism or sports media or any sort of communications media area, they'd be able to help out with the radio broadcast, and they get good experience doing that. Put that on the resume, maybe get other radio jobs in New York, who knows what. But now that's gone. So that's devastating. I wonder if there's going to be like petitions or something to get them back, because that's unbelievable. That it's very sad. I wonder if that's an ownership issue. If ownership said get rid of the radio broadcasts, but yeah, terrible. But because I always listen to the radio broadcast, I always do when I can. So yeah, I've never seen it before. Oh my gosh, an Oreo-filled pancake from Cracker Barrel. What on earth is going on? Jared says we have lots of Minnesota players for some reason. Yeah. I love Vinny Lettieri too. Riley Tufte, I remember he's like a couple of years older than me. He was pretty popular in Minnesota in high school. I think he played for Duluth. And then John Farinacci, he's not from here, but I remember him from the World Juniors. So yeah, let's take a break here. We have about 8 minutes till the start of the second. Do what you got to do. Get some snacks, make some dinner, stretch, restroom, whatever you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the second. Thank you everybody for watching. If you stuck with me this far, you're a legend. Thank you so much. Tell your friends and family about the channel and the stream. Big second period coming up for both teams. It is scoreless, but we'll see you in about 7 minutes. And I love ESPN has a timer, 7 minutes and 35 seconds for the start of the second, everybody.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Hello, everybody. We're back for the start of the second period. Thank you to the sponsors, Game Time and DraftKings. Use that promo code THPN for both Game Time, $20 off your first purchase. If you want to see a Stanley Cup playoff game, use that discount. Covers the cost of parking, I think, $20. Depends where you park. I know some parking is outrageous, like $50. There was one time I went to a concert in Chicago, and to park next to Soldier Field, it was like $100. And this is when I was younger, and my parents actually paid the $100. It was shocking to me, but they did it. I would never pay that much for parking. I'd rather just take public transit at that point. But yeah, public transit in Chicago is pretty good too. But yeah, puck is down here for the second. Let's get stats. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm having a good time. Hopefully, you are as well on this beautiful Wednesday. I know Wednesdays can suck. Personally, Wednesdays are like my least favorite day of the week, especially when I was in high school. I just didn't like Wednesdays because you're like in the middle of it. You're not close to Friday yet. Not my favorite, but I love Thursdays because it's like tomorrow's Friday, and then Friday's great, Saturday's great, and then Sunday sucks because all you think about is school the next day. Monday sucked. Monday actually wasn't too bad. It was like, for me, Tuesdays and Wednesdays were pretty bad for whatever reason. I just didn't like it. But like Thursdays and Fridays were good, and Mondays weren't bad, weren't horrible, but yeah, it's different now that I'm older, but that's kind of what I was like in high school. I didn't like Wednesdays. Good look at Martin St. Louis there. We're still scoreless, by the way. 19:28 to go in this one, in the period, second period. I think this one's going to be tight. Oh, Ovechkin in the slot and just bounced off his stick. Couldn't handle it. Here's Ovi. Shot goes wide. Put his entire body into that one. Puck is all over the place. Gallagher. Shot. Oh, they score. Broken play from Montreal, and they cash it in. Start of the second. It's 1-0 Canadiens. Courtesy of Anderson, it looks like. Wow, that was the flukiest looking play I've ever seen in my life. That's like playing NHL right there, the video game. That's it. That's such an NHL goal. Look at this. Before the goal, puck was bouncing all over the slot. You had four Washington players standing around doing nothing. And then Gallagher does like a spinorama move. It deflects off a capital stick, and then it bounces to Anderson, far post, and then puts it in past Thompson. That is such a weird play. They all count the same. It might be Dvorak's goal, actually. It's Dvorak's goal. Third career playoff goal, 12th in the regular season, 1-0 Canadiens. Either way, it's a good goal, and Montreal has the lead. Can they get another? Oh, good save by Thompson. Another shot. Oh, wow. Superman dive by Thompson to keep that one out. See, their momentum. The momentum's with Montreal. That's who they are. It's exactly who they are. Could have been easily 2-0 there. I need to see this replay by Thompson. I think he Superman dove to keep it out. Look at that. Gooley. It was blocked. Alexiev blocked it. Wow. Easily could be 2-0. Here's Carlson. Tip by Ovechkin wide. Very exciting game. I love this. Very exciting indeed. Kevin says, Crunch fan here. We have Rochester in the first round for like the 4th year in a row. Oh, I missed it. They said Montembeault had a good save. I missed it. But who's the favorite to win the minor league playoff, the Calder Cup? Who's like the favorite? Here's Matheson. Good blocker by Thompson. That should be icing with 17, 27, 26, 9-2 when scoring first. Montreal are. Wow, what a save. That is a good save. That shot by Chychrun is going by the Norwegian Cruise advertisement, which is like 20 feet left of the net, and Strome tipped it to the opposite side of Montembeault when he kicked it out. That's crazy. Struble. Yeah, I got to keep refreshing Twitter because every time I do, there's like a new Islander news. Oh, wow. Suzuki feed for Caulfield saved by Thompson. Washington's got to wake up. Here's Radish. Good blocker by Montembeault. Oh, boy. Good save by Montembeault again. Look at this pressure by Washington all over Montreal. Wrap around. Another save. Oh, again. You get a greasy goal. We're going to get a greasy goal. Washington ties it. I think it went off a Montreal defenseman. Hey, I hate giving up goals like that. Those are the worst. Montembeault makes the save on the wraparound, and I think it bounced off a Montreal defenseman. McMichael, yeah, he put it out front, and it went off the stick of, or the skates of Savard. Oh, that's terrible. But good job by McMichael, though. Great job. Well, they all count the same, 1-1. Both goals were very greasy. And I said at the start, this is going to be low scoring. Who knows? At this point, they're going for it, both teams. Wow. Okay, so Stefan Rossner on Twitter. This is more about the Islanders getting rid of the radio broadcast team. He says the Islanders radio broadcast will be simulcast of the TV broadcast next season. So basically, it's just going to be the TV broadcast, but on radio. That's terrible. I don't know if they're doing that to cut costs or why they would cut the radio broadcast team, but every team in the league has a radio broadcast team. And I don't get that. I can't imagine it takes up that much money either. It's such a small operation, the radio broadcast team. So that is shocking. Bizarre. That is bizarre. Oh, they score again. It's Dylan Strome, everybody's favorite. I say that because I had a buddy in high school who just hated Dylan Strome because of the World Juniors. He's probably not liking this at all. I didn't even see how it went in. Good pass by Leonard. Wow, that's a great play. That's a bit of a tic-tac-toe play. Leonard Beauvillier to Strome. And again, it's Anthony Beauvillier. Another good setup. Someone was arguing me on Twitter about Anthony Beauvillier, and I'm like, dude, he shows up in big games. They almost score again. But Beauvillier, he's a gamer. He works hard. And I love him. Delayed penalty on Washington, I think. Anderson looks like he got hit in the nuts. That's going to be my guess. $14:52 to go. Power play for Montreal upcoming. Two minutes for cross-check. He got him right in his arm. Sorry, his hand. Good call. I like that call. Montreal to the power play. Can they get the game back? Get it all tied up? Look out for Laine. Look out for Laine on this power play. You got Slavkovsky, Laine, Suzuki, Caulfield, Hudson. It's got to be Laine here. I'm sniffing a Laine goal. Here's Caulfield, Hudson. Up top, Hudson. Laine missed the net. That was like 10 feet wide. Yeah, bad pass. Good keep by Laine, though. And look out, Washington shorthanded. Dowd! Saved by Montembeault. The problem with me on that setup for Montreal, they were too stagnant. So it was easy to pick off passes and to read passes if you're Washington. Not enough movement. One thing I do like about watching the Winnipeg Jets is their power play. Everyone's moving around the ice, and it's so hard to defend. But Montreal is very stagnant. My gosh. Could have been tripping. McMichael asking for it. They're not going to get it. I think it was a bit of a flop. Suzuki will dump it in. 30 seconds left on the power play. Gallagher, Demidov. Turns it over. Refs, you suck is the chant. I gotta say, the crowd in Washington's been pretty good. Pretty loud. Better than Toronto. And that's going to do it for the power play. They got a couple good looks. Didn't really challenge Logan Thompson a whole lot. I would say Washington had the better looks shorthanded. Oh, Dubois lost his helmet. Isn't that a penalty if you play the puck and you lose a helmet? Isn't that a penalty? I could be wrong. Yeah, this game reminds me a lot. If you watch the Dallas-Colorado game, game 2 of overtime, this is exactly what it was like. There was barely any whistles, end-to-end chances. Really entertaining stuff. As I say that, of course, there's a whistle. 11:59 to go in the second. 2-1 Washington. I think we'll take a TV timeout. Yes. They love the Bob O'Reilly on ESPN. They love Bob O'Reilly. I hear in the field, I fight for my meals. I get my back into my living. I don't need to fight. Here's a tweet from Brendan Burke. I have lots of thoughts on today's news. I will share them with the people I need to hear them. What I will say here is Chris King and Greg Picker bleed blue and orange. Their Isles' passion and knowledge is what made them special, and they are wonderful people. Wow. Chris Drury, multi-year extension with the Rangers. I don't know if that's good or bad if you're a Rangers fan. There you go. The Islanders also laying off members of group sales in the ticket department due to budget cuts. Wow. So Islanders are going full like budget cuts. That is shocking. That's crazy. I'm just reading Twitter, people. That is crazy. So much news is happening. Just spoke to someone who's been around the Islanders for a long time regarding all the news swirling right now. Everything and anything is on the table. Take that as you may. Wow. I don't know what to think about that. There we go. Face off in front of Logan Thompson. 11:59 to go. If you're just tuning in, it's been a really good game. I've enjoyed it. Hopefully you have at home as well. That shot gets blocked. I'm looking for Lane Hudson to do something special. It's like end-to-end rush, set up Caulfield or someone. I'm looking for that in this game. And then don't forget, if you are new, feel free to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We got you covered for the entirety of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I think my next stream will be Saturday. I think it'll be game 4 of the Ottawa-Toronto series, which is going to be interesting. I'm curious what the crowd dynamic is going to be like in Ottawa, because I heard it's going to be lots of Leaf people, Leaf fans in attendance for that. Beauvillier, saved by Montembeault. This line, Beauvillier, Strome, and Ovechkin, has been great tonight. Really, really good. that one guy. Oh, I forgot Dylan Strome was a 3rd overall pick. That's right. Yeah, 2015 draft. That was a crazy one, wasn't it? Yeah, some guys just take a long time to develop, and I guess Dylan Strome was one of those cases. It just took him a little bit. That's why I'm always like, I don't know if you're like this at home, but I'm always super patient when it comes to young players. Because, I mean, everyone develops, matures, grows at different rates. Everyone's not like, I don't know, a Connor McDavid where they can jump into the league and just tear it up right away. Like some people take a long time to get used to everything. And so I've always been very lenient with youth players. That's why like I'm just so hesitant to want to trade anyone young. Because like with the older guys, you know what you're getting. Like someone in their 30s, more likely than not, isn't going to get any better. They could, obviously, in some areas, but usually they are what they are once they're like in their 30s. But like a young guy in their early 20s, mid 20s, they're still growing. So that's why like, if I was GM of a team, I'd keep the young kids around, get rid of the older guys is what I would do. But that's just me. Obviously, on a team, you'd want a combo of both, right? You want a combo of young and old, but be patient. I wish Lou Lamoriello was like that. Have patience with the young guys. 10:04 to go. Still 2-1 Washington. Here's Van Riemsdyk. That shot got blocked. And it's in the corner. Here's Eller. He's got lots of time. No stick for Montembeault. And he'll cover with 9:39 left. I don't know what happened to his stick. But yeah, that's this 2015 draft. Unreal. So you had Connor McDavid, Jack Eichel, Dylan Strome, Mitch Marner, Noah Hannafin, Pavel Zacha, Ivan Provorov. He hasn't really panned out, I guess, to be a 7th overall pick, but still a good player. Zach Werenski, Timo Meier, Mikko Rantanen, Lawson Kruse, Dennis Gurianov for Dallas, Jakub Zaboril, Jake DeBrusk, Zachary Senyshyn. I don't think he's doing anything. Yeah, I think he's playing in Europe. Yeah, he's in the German league, so he didn't really do anything. So that was kind of a bust pick by Boston. Oh my gosh, Matthew Barzal, the Islanders. That's right, we got it from Edmonton. Oh man, just imagine the Oilers with Matthew Barzal. Oh my god. Unbelievable. So yeah, Barzal, So, like, that's crazy. Boston could have had him. They had 2 picks to get him. 3 picks to get him, and they didn't. Hilarious. Then you have Kyle Connor by Winnipeg. That's crazy. Thomas Chabot after. Svechnikov after that. Joel Eriksson-Ek after that. Colin White. Ilya Samsonov. Brock Besser. Travis Konechny. Jack Roslovic. Noah Juleson. Jacob Larson. Is he in Europe probably? Oh, he's in the minors. Didn't really do anything in the NHL. So that's only 2 busts. Beauvillier for the Islanders. Gabriel Carlson, who was a bust. That's 3. Nick Merkley, who's in Russia. So it's only 4 busts out of 30 picks. Everyone else is in the NHL, and they're like good players in the NHL. That is insane. What a save by Montembeault again. Oh no. Duhaime had a chance and it rolled off his stick. Here's Matheson going to get it out for Montreal. Up to Gallagher. That shot goes wide. And I'll be offsides with 8:25 to go. Who was in the second round of this draft? Sebastian Aho from the good Sebastian Aho, not the B-Tech one that the Islanders had. The good Sebastian Aho. Brendan Carlo. AJ Greer. Mackenzie Blackwood. Daniel Sprong. Jordan Greenway. Rasmus Anderson. Yakov Trenin. Vince Dunn. Siegenthaler. Killington. Jeremy Bracco. He was supposed to be really good, but he never panned out. Wonder if there's anyone like who got picked deep into the rounds that were really good now. Anthony Cirelli was 72nd. Dan Vladar 75th. Aiden Hill. Montembeault 77th. Mitch Van de Sample by the Islanders. He did not pan out. But yeah, insane draft. I forgot how good this was. Oh, that was the Kaprizov draft. 135th pick, Kirill Kaprizov. That is unfreaking believable. What a pick that was for Minnesota. Troy Terry was 148th. What the hell? It's funny. I do this every now and again. I look at like drafts and just see like how everything panned out. Montembeault's going to cover. 6:43 to go. Still 2-1. The shots, by the way, 26-10. It's been mostly Washington this period. Besides the first couple minutes for Montreal. They looked really good. Like I said, it could have been 2-0 after they scored their first goal. But once Washington got their 2 goals, it's basically just been all Washington. But yeah, it's always fun to look at. There any steals? Joey Decord is 199, and it just goes to show you that like all these guys who like looked really good in college, it sometimes just doesn't pan out, and it just shows you how hard it is to play in the NHL. Like, who was the last pick? John Dahlstrom was the last pick of the draft that year, and he's in Sweden. Didn't even sniff North America. What's going on here? Mangiapane just got tackled, and I'm shocked that wasn't a penalty. Here's Ryan Leonard. Tip shot. Good save by Montembeault. Van Riemsdyk keeps it in. Evans will clear it out. If I'm Montreal, get out of this period 2-1. And I think you're sitting pretty. And again, like I said, if Montreal loses this game, it's not the end of the world. Oh, what a hit! Was that Duhaime with the hit? Holy shnikes. I think he just leveled Mike Matheson. Is it either Matheson or Gallagher? And that puck goes out of play. 4:50 to go. Show me this hit. That was Matheson. What a hit. Wow. Washington, sorry, no, Dallas and Colorado's after this one. What time is that? That's got to start pretty soon. Oh, it doesn't. 8:30. So 9:30 Eastern, and then you got 10 p.m. Eastern, Edmonton, LA. Yeah, I don't know who I got. I think I'm going to go Colorado tonight in that one. And then Edmonton, LA. Probably going to go with, I'll probably go Edmonton. I think they'll even it up at 1 apiece. I think that's going 7. I think I said Colorado in 6, if I remember right. I don't think Colorado, that's going to go to 7. Am I able to see the games I predicted? I don't think. But I did pick Colorado. It won't tell me the games. I'm pretty sure I picked 6. Here we go. We're back. 4:45 in this period. Here's Chikrin for Carlson. His shot. Good save by Montembeault. Up top, Carlson. Love John Carlson. I always think of the 2010 World Juniors when I think of John Carlson. That was probably his biggest moment of his career, was the game winner against Canada in the World Juniors. That was one of my favorite moments ever for hockey, was watching that. No, I have Timmy Trumpet in my head. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum. Dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Do 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 do. Ooh, tip just wide by Wilson. I told you at the start, Montebo, if Montreal's going to win tonight, he's going to need to have a big game, and he's played really well. I can't blame him for any of the goals. The first goal went off. Who was it? It was Savard. Went off his skate and in the net. That second one. What was the second one? I'm trying to remember. Who scored it? Wilson. No. Strome. Oh, that was the. That was kind of like a breakaway, wasn't it? I'm not blaming him for that. Oh, what a hit that was. It'll be a hand pass with 3:04 to go. Wow, no Montreal shots for 9 minutes. Yeah, this is the tough thing with Montreal. Like they're not consistent. But one thing I will say though with Montreal, they're a team for the future. Like this is good experience for a lot of the younger guys. I think 2-3 years from now, they're going to be like legit, consistent team making the postseason every year, going on runs potentially. Give it some time. I said that about Detroit. I feel like Detroit's a team every year. I'm like, oh, it's Detroit's year. They're going to do something, and they never do. But there's a lot of good things happening with Montreal, especially with Jacob Fowler. He's going to be an unreal goaltender for Montreal in the future. Oh, off the mask. Oh, my gosh. We have a penalty. Interference call in Washington. So 2:19 left here in the second. Montreal is going to go to the power play here. Two minutes for interference. Here we go. Montreal power play. Oh, Slavkovsky missed and it goes out of play. Here comes Lane Hudson. Minute 50 left in the period. Minute 30 left on the power play. Here's Laine. Cuts in. Oh, what a shot. I mean, I tell you what, Patrick Laine's release is out of this world. He's got a nice shot. Look out, shorthanded again. Here comes Washington. It's Tom Wilson. Good defense by Hudson to break it up. Here's Suzuki, Caulfield, Hudson, Slavkovsky, Laine, Hudson. A little bit more movement here on this power play. I like it. Here's Laine. Cross ice pass. Falls for Hudson. Laine. I think he should have ripped it there. Laine. Hudson. Again. Just missed. They set that play up like 3 times, and then he finally shot it. But Montreal sends it down. Here's Newhook. Suzuki. Washington chips it out, and that's probably going to do it for this power play. 20 seconds left in the period. Yeah, power play hasn't really looked good for Montreal, has it? Oh! Newhook! Similar to the first goal, we could have had a repeat. Matheson shot, deflects out of play. They'll probably add a few more milliseconds here. It says 0.5, but they'll probably add it up to a second or so. And that's going to do it for the second here. That was a very entertaining period, everybody. We started scoreless. Montreal got that greasy goal. Washington basically got an own goal. Went off Savard's skate. And then Dylan Strome gave Washington the lead there. And we end 2-1. Yeah, should be a good third period, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been lots of fun. Smash a like on the video if you're having a good time with me at home. Follow us on our socials. At hockeypodnet is the Insta and Twitter. Check me out on Twitter if you want. @GrantAkeem is my Twitter handle. Thank you to the sponsors, DraftKings and Game Time. Use promo code THPN for both. Third period, what do we think? I'm thinking Montreal, I think they're in a good spot here. They're only down a goal. It's a one-shot game. Hopefully they can get their forecheck going in the third. They had it going at the start of the second, and Washington kind of took over. So hopefully they can get that going again. And Samuel Montembeault, that's the other key for Montreal. He's got to basically shut them out the next period. I think if Washington scores a third goal, I don't think Montreal is going to be able to get back in it at that point. But I could see this going into overtime. Montreal getting a goal here in the third. But we'll see what happens. And then if you're Washington, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let Montreal get any sort of momentum because they're a huge momentum team. So continue with the forecheck. It's working. Wouldn't really change a thing. Logan Thompson, keep going at it. He's doing good. But yeah, let's take a break here. We'll be back for the start of the third period. And then let me know who you got here in this game. Do you think Washington's going to hold on, or is Montreal going to mount a comeback, force overtime, or even win it in regulation? Because we've seen crazy things happen in the playoffs so far. So we'll see what happens. So do what you got to do. Get some snacks. You got plenty of time, 15 minutes. Get some snacks, restroom. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the third.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Hello, everybody. We're back for the start of the third period. It's 2-1 Washington. Do we think Washington's going to hold on, or is Montreal going to come back again and force overtime? We shall find out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Puck just dropped, by the way. If you are new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Smash the like button. Follow us on our socials at hockeypodnet. Is the Insta and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Granakeem is my Twitter handle. And of course, and as always, thank you to the sponsors, Game Time and DraftKings. Use that promo code THPN for both. Ovechkin's probably laid like 3 or 4 big hits in this game. Here comes Montreal. Shot goes wide. They need more pucks on net. They only got... How many pucks do they get on net in the second? 8 pucks on net. They went 12, what was it, 9 minutes of that period. They didn't get a shot on net. So get pucks on net. Make Logan Thompson work. Only 12 shots total for him this game. If you're just tuning in, everybody, Montreal's first goal was a bit of a greasy goal. Gallagher like flung it on net. It like bounced right to Anderson, and he put it past Thompson. Just a weird play. Washington's first goal went off Savard's skate and in the net, and then Strome had like a mini like breakaway, if I remember right. I think it was like sort of like a breakaway. I wasn't even paying attention when he scored, so I don't quite remember. I was too busy talking about something else. Here you go. Here's a replay of it. Oh, that's right. It was the tic-tac-toe play. So the tic-tac-toe, Beauvillier set up Strome. Montembeault made the first save, and then Strome got his own rebound. So, yeah, I can't blame Montembeault on that one. I'm nice on the goaltenders. I know some people would, but I'm too nice. I can't blame the goalie on that one. Comments. Andrew says, hey, chat. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Doing good, Andrew. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. Thank you for stopping by. We need score prediction. I said 2-1 Montreal, but now it's 2-1 Washington. Is Montreal going to hold on? Or are they going to come back, excuse me? Or is Washington going to hold on? Grant says, I know you're going to be live tonight. There you go. Sunglasses or glasses on? They're my blue light glasses. Yes. They're blue light glasses from this company. RA Optics, if you're interested in blue light glasses. Helps out with the eye strain, especially if you're streaming or on the computer all day, because I literally have a monitor here. This is the camera. Monitor here. Up there is my ring light. So I have like so much light coming at me at once. And recently, I don't know, I've streamed without it, of course, because people have seen that on here before. But at the end of the stream, my eyes are just so fatigued. So I've been wearing these while I stream. And it's helped out a lot with like headaches and whatnot. So probably every time I'll be streaming or any videos I post on my channel, you'll probably see me wearing these because it helps out a lot. And I like the style of them too. They look bougie. It looks very fancy, doesn't it? Very fancy indeed. Andrew says 4-2 Habs. Wow, so they're going to get 3 goals in this period, according to Andrew. Bit ambitious, but I like it. I think they'll force OT. Mid-December. That reminded me of a song. They acquired, who did they acquire Montreal in December? But a song popped in my head when he said that. Took a vow in summertime, now we find ourselves in late December. I believe that New Year's Eve will be the perfect time for their great surrender, 'cause we don't remember. Anger wants a voice, voices want to sing. Singers harmonize till they can't hear anything. Harmony Hall Vampire Weekend. I need to sing that out for a second. Harmony Hall Vampire Weekend. That's how my mind works. I hear like someone say like a catchphrase or a word and like a song pops in my head and it's like I gotta sing out to like know what it is. Harmony Hall Vampire Weekend. That's a good song. And the stone walls of Harmony Hall bear witness. Anybody with a worried mind can never forget the sight of wicked snakes inside a place he thought was dignified. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to die. But yeah, I guess the big news. Oh, good save by Montembeau there. The big news of the day for NHL fans. Drury extended with the Rangers, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but he did. And then Lou Lamoriello yesterday got fired by the Islanders. He's no longer going to be the GM. And then apparently today came out that the radio broadcasters for the Islanders aren't returning. They got fired. So I don't know what's going on with the Islanders. Clueless. Very shocking stuff. But that's where we are right now with the news of the day. Lots of news today. Here's Gallagher into the gut of Thompson, and he's going to cover. 14:54 to go. I like more pucks on net here by Montreal. Yeah, look at Ovechkin. 6 hits in the game so far. Yeah, he plays a very physical game in the playoffs. I will never, ever forget this one moment. It was Islanders, Washington, game... Oh, I want to say game 4. Or was it game 6? It might have been game 6 of the series in 2015 against Washington. And Ovechkin just absolutely annihilated John Tavares along the end boards. Like, I thought it should have been a boarding penalty. And they didn't call anything. And I was really pissed off. But then, like, we scored, like, 2 seconds after that. And then we ended kind of routing them 4-1, I think, was the final or something like that. And then we went to game 7. Lost game 7, of course. But I that memory really sticks in my head of Ovechkin. Bit of a dirty play on my boy John Tavares when he was still on the Islanders, obviously. But he turned into a different animal, Ovechkin, in the playoffs. But I'm surprised he's still hitting at his age. Here's Mangiapane. Saved by Montembeau. Good kick save. Easy for Logan Thompson to cover that one. 13:36 to go. A bit of a scrum. The fans behind the glass are getting into it. They love it. Capitals 2018 Cup champions. I remember that one. We'll take a TV timeout here. Don't forget the other games today. We have Dallas and Colorado. Let me know your predictions for that one. And then we have Edmonton and LA. I have Colorado winning the game. First home game for them, so I think they'll win. And then we have Edmonton, LA. I think Edmonton's going to bounce back. I think they got some momentum after coming back in game one, even though they lost. I think they can use some momentum from that game into this next one, and I bet you they'll beat them like 4-1 or something like that. It'll be a good bounce back win, I think, for Edmonton. But honestly, LA, they're another team that's like kind of sneaky good. So I think I wouldn't be shocked if they won that series. But I did have Edmonton winning the entire series, not just the game tonight. And then tomorrow you got Florida, Tampa, Toronto, Ottawa, Vegas, Minnesota, lots of games. And then Winnipeg, St. Louis, lots of games tomorrow. But I will say, like, I love watching playoff hockey, but when your teams aren't in it, it's not as fun, is it? I'm having FOMO. I'm definitely having FOMO. Like, I love the Jets, don't get me wrong, but they don't mean as much to me as, like, the Islanders or Canucks do. But, yeah, I'm definitely having FOMO. But World Hockey Championships are upcoming, which is, like, May 9th, I think. So if you're an international hockey fan like myself, we have that to watch. U.S. has not won that tournament. I think I said this last stream. They haven't won it since the 1930s. Good save by Thompson again on Gooley. No one was there to tip it for Montreal. Here we go. Face off in front of Thompson. He's got a weird goalie stance. Look at the stance he's in if you're watching with me on TV. He's like super hunched over. Like he was like straight legs and then just super hunched over like that. That was bizarre. Whatever works for you. Duhaime plays it to the point. Shot falls for someone and the puck goes out of play. I think that was Radish. That was a good stick there by Gooley, I think. Here they win the face-off. Look out. Oh, Montembeault got crossed there. What? That was an insane block by Montreal's defense, and here they come. This is going to be how Montreal scores. Oh, my God. How did Thompson keep that out? I thought that was in. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that. Call the cops. That is ridiculous. I was going to say, this is how Montreal's going to score. It's going to be like a counter punch like that, where they get an odd man rush. But that's an unreal save by Logan Thompson. We need to see a replay stat of that. Steered away by Thompson. Slavkovsky finds Caulfield. This line's been kind of quiet. The Slavkovsky, Caulfield, Suzuki line. Bad turnover by Lane Hudson there. Here's Chikrin. I hate those bank shots. As a goaltender, those bank shots off the boards. Nightmare to deal with. Here's Mangiapane. That shot never made it. Good shift here for Washington. Here's Dubois. Oh, trying to find Mangiapane. And Caulfield's going to send it down. Will it be icing? No, it will not. Good no call by the refs. We don't like icings on the channel. We never like icings. Look out. Here we go. Anderson. Oh, again, Thompson. It's there for Montreal, but Logan Thompson keeping Washington ahead in this game. Oh, my gosh. $20 saves on the night for Logan Thompson. Here's Ryan Leonard. He's looked really good, Ryan Leonard, considering he's played at Boston College all year. He looks really good. Definitely lots of room for growth for Ryan Leonard, but I think he's going to be like the next kind of like Tom Wilson, if I had to compare him to another player. Kind of an agitator, physical presence, who has lots of skill. Another save by Thompson. 9:59 to go. Montreal putting the pressure on Washington, but Logan Thompson says no. Here's the save. Look at this save. Oh, it hit the post. Still impressive. So it hit the post, and it almost banked off Thompson's arm and in the net. He's so lucky there that didn't bank off. But this save on the breakaway was really, really good. Josh Anderson. But yeah, that one where we thought he saved it and he dove and saved it, it hit the posts, but still, the Anderson save was really good. Oh, and look at this, everybody. It looks like Gabriel Landeskog is gonna play tonight against Dallas. Breaking news. Love it. I can show you guys the picture. Very nice indeed. The stall is all ready. How do they fold the jersey like that? Like, they fold it so fancy. It looks like the hanger is, like, upside down, too. I gotta start hanging my jerseys like this to be fancy like them. Look at that. I could probably zoom in this way. It does look like an upside down hanger. Very, very nice. Good for him. Good for him. That should be a fun game. Oh, then I forgot other NHL news of the day. Cal Clutterbuck retired. I forgot to mention that. Even though he wasn't playing, he officially retired today. So there's that news for you if you're interested. Brush off the glasses. Ooh, shot there. Another save by Logan Thompson. A little bit of a discomfort there for Logan Thompson. He's looking at his blocker hand. I wonder if someone stepped on him. You know what a fun job? What a fun job it would be to be like the penalty box person. Yes, you get the best view in the house. Just sit, watch hockey, open the door for the penalties. You get to hear the banter between the two guys. That'd be fun. Oh, wow. No Patrick Laine from Montreal. He hasn't played. Hope he's okay. That would suck for Montreal if he's not. Yeah, he got stepped. He got stepped on there. Ooh. On the bright side, at least it was on the front. Because your goalie chest protector, there is padding there on top. If it happened underneath, there's nothing there. So that is a good thing it was on top because there's pads there. I wonder if they make goalie Under Armour that's like Kevlar, cut resistant. That's probably really smart to wear for like an NHL goalie. Because when I goaltend, I have like obviously my neck guard is like Kevlar. I have like socks where like the back of it is Kevlar as well. So if someone stepped on my legs, if I was lying down, it wouldn't cut through. It would hurt a lot, but it wouldn't cut my leg at least. But yeah, it would just honestly, it'd be smart to have Kevlar everything. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like Kevlar like street clothes that you could wear. With how violent the world is, that actually would be smart to have Kevlar clothes just to protect yourself against like knife things or whatever. I wonder if that's a thing. I'm sure it is. I'm sure someone has a business that makes Kevlar clothes. But it's super handy for hockey, obviously. Puck drop for Dallas and Colorado is set for 9:52 Eastern. So you got 20 minutes till that game starts. It says it's on ESPN, but if Montreal wins this one or gets a goal here, we're going into overtime, most likely. If Washington doesn't score after in regulation. But it's been a good period for Montreal. They had two glorious chances. One hit the post. One was a save by Logan Thompson on a breakaway. And defensively, they've been pretty sound this period, Montreal. That looked offsides, but we'll see. Gallagher couldn't center it. And Savard's going to send it in. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. They didn't call it. That would have been soft, in my opinion, but that's still a hooking penalty. Surprised they didn't call it there on Caulfield. Here is Caulfield. His shot gets blocked. And Chychrun floats it out. They're going to get a goal here, Montreal. I can sense it. Yeah, that's exactly what Ray Ferraro was saying. He said you could sense it in game one that they were going to score. And I sense it right now. They're going to get a goal here. Here's Suzuki. Just dump it in, Nick. Just dump it in. Make the simple plays at this point. You got to get pucks in deep when there's like 6 minutes left in a game and you're trying to get a goal. Just get pucks in deep in forecheck. Throw stuff on net. Just keep it simple. There's Mangiapane. Saved by Montembeault. He runs into Montembeault. Looks like he's okay. Montembeault, he's going to be like one of my top two stars in this one. He's had an excellent game for Montreal today. This game would easily be 4 or 5-1 if not for Mr. Samuel Montembeault. New hook. Good defense. Here's Demidov. Newly acquired. Lane Hudson. What a move. What a move on Ryan Leonard. That's insane. Deked him out of his jock. Hudson did. Here's new hook. Shot goes wide. Final 5 minutes of this one. Here's Ovechkin. Beauvillier. Good save by Montembeault. I would not be upset if Beauvillier scored because I do love Anthony Beauvillier. Yeah, the crowd is very silent. It's like Silent Library. If you know, you know. Here's Gallagher. Cuts in. Leaves it for Matheson. That shot tipped. Oh, wow. I think Thompson got a piece of that and kept it out. That's what it's going to take. It's going to be a grimy tip goal that's going to tie this game for Montreal if they do. Can Hudson get there? He does. Slavkovsky puts it in. 3:45 to go in this one. Slavkovsky, good block. Rebound, glove save. It's loose. Oh, wow. How is that not a penalty? Caulfield has got cross-checked in the face. I'm stunned. Referee say play on. 3:25 to go. I'm shocked they didn't call that. Looks like Caulfield is okay. I think he's on the bench. If you're Martin St. Louis, I think pull the goalie with like 2 minutes left. If you get it in the offensive zone, obviously. Matheson. Oh, good save by Thompson. He was able to walk in the slot basically for that shot. Here comes Lars Eller. 3-on-2. They can rush it. Eller backhand gloved by Montembeault. 2:29 to go. 2-1 Washington. I tell you what, Logan Thompson this period's been busy. And without him, this game would be tied. Wow. Skate blade tip save by Logan Thompson there. Final TV timeout. They'll dry scrape the ice. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Got you covered for the entirety of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Dallas, Colorado upcoming in about 15 minutes. And then Edmonton, LA will be 30 minutes after that. Actually, it's on TBS and Max. So 10 p.m. Eastern start time. So that means it's probably going to start at 10:30. That's usually how TBS, TNT, Max, that's how the games work on there. I don't know why that is, but for whatever reason, when it's on that channel, the games always start 30 minutes later than the start time. Little insider info. So don't feel like you have to tune in right at 10 Eastern for that game. You could probably tune in at 10:30 and not miss a thing. And we'll see if we get the harmonicas again. I love that for the national anthem. I've never seen a harmonica national anthem performance in my life. So that was lots of fun to see. Yeah, I hate those like flurries in front of the net where like the puck like keeps getting deflected or a shot comes and gets stopped. Like that's so hard as a goalie to like maintain your composure and stay square to the puck and track the puck. So I give lots of credit to Logan Thompson there for being able to do that. So we got a face-off in front of Samuel Montembeault with 2:29 to go. We'll see when they pull the goalie. I'm assuming the next time they get it in the offensive zone, Montembeault is going to go to the bench. Puck is just stuck in the corner there by Nick Dowd. Good job by him to kill time. Finally gets loose from Matheson. Here's Suzuki. Caulfield just keeps it in. They can't really establish, though, possession. They pulled Logan Thompson, though. A minute 45 to go. Can they tie it up? I think they can. Here's Suzuki for Hudson. Caulfield, Hudson. Puck's on net. Suzuki. Terrible shot. There's a good block by Dubois. They send it down. No icing. Shot selection is so key in these situations, and that was a horrible shot by Nick Suzuki. Here's Hudson, Suzuki. Here's Caulfield, far side, saved by Thompson. They send it down. Where is it? They kept it in. The cameraman didn't know where it was. 50 seconds to go. Here's Caulfield. Suzuki's up top. Caulfield. Dvorak. Oh, just missed. Wow. Suzuki can't keep it in. 35 to go. It's too stagnant for me. Not enough movement for Montreal. Everyone's just staying still. Here's Suzuki for Gallagher. Rims it around. Picked off by Carlson. Wilson trying to get it out. Lane Hudson trying to find it. McMichael sends it down. No icing. 10 seconds left. They can't get it down. McMichael puts it in the empty net with 0.7 to go. And Montreal, oh, I feel so bad for him. I feel bad for Montreal, but what a performance by Logan Thompson. Keeping it 2-1. They get the empty netter. And they're going to take game 2. Not a bad result. I mean, it kind of is a bad result for Montreal, but I'm trying to say you're never in danger in a series until you lose your home game. So you're not in danger, Montreal. Just win your home games and you're back in the series. But you'd think you would at least tie this game up for Montreal. Post, another post there for Slafkovsky as he dove. And you got to feel for Montreal, though. Tight games. The first game, OT. This game, essentially a 1-goal game. But that's going to do it. 3-1 is the final. Yeah, 3 stars of the game. I think third star for me. Let's give it to Dylan Strome. Oh, let's do it with McMichael. He had 2 goals today. We'll give it to Connor McMichael. Third star, 2 goals. Second star to Mr. Samuel Montembeault because he had a fantastic game for Montreal. And then first star, Logan Thompson. Won the game for Washington, or at least kept it 2-1. But without him, Montreal for sure would have tied it, if not gotten the game winner. So really, really good performance there for both goalies. And it's a tough result for Montreal, but you're never out of it until you lose your home game. So I still believe in Montreal. I still believe in it. People are going to have to show out in Montreal. I want Bell Center to be packed, rowdy, loud. Can't wait to see that one. The next stream for me on the channel, everybody, will be on Saturday. We'll be doing Ottawa and Toronto Game 4. So make sure you tune in for that one. We will be live every day this week for other Stanley Cup playoff games. So click that bell icon so you're notified when we do go live on the channel. And we'll kind of wrap it up here unless anyone else has anything they want to say about the game. It was a really good one. I enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody else who watched along with me. If you're new, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Follow us on our socials at hockeypodnet is the Insta and Twitter. Check me out on Twitter. Grant Akeem is my handle. @_Akeem is the Instagram and Tickety Talk. Check me out on YouTube if you want. You don't have to. Thank you to the sponsors, Game Time and DraftKings. Use promo code THPN for both. And I always like to end the streams by saying it is such a crazy world out there. So I'm sending all my love, like it says back there, from me to you and to everybody around the world who could use some love. Hope we're doing well. Hope we're doing okay. Hope you have an amazing rest of your night, or your Wednesday night. And we'll speak to you soon. I will see you guys on Saturday for not Montreal, for Ottawa and Toronto Game 4. See you there.